offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees. At Eastern, we say, why choose? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how you can get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com, call us at 860-889-7381, or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with offices in Norwich, Jewett City, and Plainfield. Member FDIC. Do you, Kasasa?
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Grizzled Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Grizzled Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Your community radio. Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
Well, you want to know what was really funny? If you, unfortunately, sometimes the funny stuff happens well before we click, on the cameras. So, you want to tell it, Paul? You want me to go ahead?
No, you tell it.
Oh.
This is something I'm proud of.
You should be. You got distance with that thing.
Yeah.
My goodness, didn't he? Oh
Yeah.
my God. So we were talking about unemployment and COVID money and that people got a couple years ago. And I, knew a lot of people that got COVID money, and we knew somebody that made a silly purchase
With their COVID
with
money.
their COVID money. And Chris goes, do you have any coffee in your mouth?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good.
Said, they should have done the same thing everybody else did with their COVID. I mean, with their money, buy crypto. Paul literally took his coffee. He had a sip of coffee.
He did a spit take.
Yeah. He did a Triple H going into the ring.
You got it.
It was everywhere. So it was pretty funny.
But funny.
It was funny. It was funny.
I always say that it's always funny if it doesn't happen to you.
Yeah.
So to you and I, Mike, that was funny.
It was hilarious.
Paul, not so much.
You got distance with that, man.
Payback's a bitch.
That you did. You got some distance.
I
Good thing
did.
you didn't get it on the mixer.
No,
and
I got
stuff,
it over
but-
that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was pretty funny. I thought you were throwing up.
He looked
I
like
did.
he looked like an Italian fountain.
Yeah.
So now speaking of, you and I did buy crypto. I don't think Chris did. Did
I
you?
didn't buy crypto.
No.
Yeah. This crypto is like, how do you want to look?
A lot more people lost money than
Oh,
made
yeah.
money on crypto.
Yeah.
All time on crypto, I am plus $118.
Woohoo!
I'm down.
So I could have made a lot more if I would have sold my Dogecoin before it really
Yeah.
dipped out.
You know how many people said that exact same line?
Yeah.
If I'd only
Yeah.
won the Powerball.
Yeah. It's up to what? $1.5 billion.
I think it's the highest it's ever been.
Yeah. $1.5 billion.
Payouts like $750 million.
I bought a few tickets the other day and I didn't even check them.
Oh, you didn't win, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, nobody won. So, but who knows?
Well,
maybe
you
I
got
won.
a couple numbers.
Yeah.
I got mine for Saturday. I'm ready. I've already spent it.
Do you buy it like for the year? Do you just go ahead and get it and do
No,
it? No.
no, no.
Okay.
It's
Some
funny.
people do. They buy it. They play the same numbers every week, so they just buy it one ticket for the year.
Yeah, it's funny. People when the Powerball gets high like it is now, people will come out of the woodworks to buy
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
But when it's 20 million, they figure they don't need to spend the money because they don't need 20 million.
Mhm.
Mm.
1.6 billion. Yeah, I could really use that. 20 million? Nah, I don't need it.
Yeah. After taxes, that's only 13 million.
Yeah,
Who needs that?
that's my traveling money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that in my wallet.
I was gonna say that's my mad money. I get.
You know what I'd do with that money?
Uh,
Buy crypto.
Buy
Pretty
Grizzle.
special.
I'd buy Jewett City.
Could you? Is it for sale?
I don't know. Would it be for sale? If you had $1.5 billion, could you buy Jewett City?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
If you're gonna do something with the town and actually, yeah. I
Think about how much the bank building just is up for. You know, then
Yeah.
you think about how much
Well, no, you can't.
Altones was just sold for.
Yeah.
You could buy every building in Jewett City easily and have plenty left over.
Hmm. I don't think that includes individual businesses. I think it's just the real estate.
Right. And
Because
that-
there have been actors and actresses that have bought like small towns.
Right.
So, wonder what kind of government that is.
Be a party town.
Could be.
Huh? Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Polino says he hasn't spent any of his COVID money. He's got it all in savings and they haven't touched it.
Yeah.
he's got it tucked away in a sock under his mattress.
Mhm. Just don't use the wrong sock, Dave.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bills are all stuck together.
What happened here?
They're still handing out COVID money, for Christ's sakes.
Are they? I don't even know.
I think some people are still getting.
Not unemployment. Not,
Well,
not
no,
there's no federal money.
It's the child something.
Oh, the child tax credit.
Yeah.
They're handing that out.
Yeah, Melissa just got a check. She just got a check in the mail for a couple $100.
Oh, because he just turned 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done now.
So, but yeah, she got that this week.
Well, the problem too is a lot of people got that money. What are they doing with it? You know,
I don't know. I don't really get any COVID money, so
I don't either. So
I'm a middle-aged Caucasian male. We don't qualify for anything.
Abuse.
Yeah, you know,
You qualify for abuse.
we don't qualify for nothing.
you won't get anything. No, you got.
Well, I'm not.
You gotta,
I've given up looking.
you gotta be
because
poor.
you can be a poor white male and you're still not going to get
Yeah.
much. If you're middle, it's just it's the way that it works. And I'm not trying to be jaded or anything, but look it up.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole group of people that they just kind of forgot.
Yep.
So,
Oh, well. We can cry all we want, but it's not going to change.
no. So one of the things they put up is, well, Christmas is coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's everybody shopping? So the Crystal Mall got
Dollar
sold.
store.
Well, they got foreclosed on. Yeah. Matter of fact, Shayna just said that. She says the dollar store or the $1.25 store. Is there a $1.25 store?
I don't
Even
know.
Five Below isn't Five Below anymore.
No.
They have things $7, $8, $9, $10. Yeah. Yeah. So now it's just a name.
It's
not.
supply chain issues. Everything
Whatever
is
it is.
supply chain issues.
Well, there's still a lot of things in shortage. I'm sure you can't get.
Hmm.
You know. They're
So-
just not making them anymore. You know, they're making them, but they're making them very slow. Got to catch up.
So
Yeah.
Crystal Mall was in default.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they're owned by the largest really company, well, the largest company that owns malls, Simon.
Yeah.
And I was reading an article that they have $1.2 billion liquid, but they weren't paying this. They just said, "Nah, we're done."
There was talk one time about making that like a retirement place.
Yeah.
The top floor was going to be all retirement or elderly housing.
Because it's an indoor walking spot. If you think about it, walking
Mhm.
around that mall.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know whatever happened with that idea or whether, but I think there's still. I mean, I thought the Christmas tree store was going out too.
It is.
I heard that too, but the article I read, they didn't even mention Christmas tree shops. They did mention Bed Bath and Beyond
That's gone.
closing.
And I think the only big store left now is Penny's.
Pennies, yeah.
And how many people really shop at Penny's anymore?
Well, Penny's is on the verge of bankruptcy anyways. So
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but somebody must be, Paul.
Yeah.
Because Sears is gone, Macy's is gone.
They're all gone. Pretty much.
the
Some
destination
small
stores are all going
Yeah.
away.
The little stores.
So now what?
Yeah, now what?
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. the one thing the article said, which I thought was pretty interesting, was how they say that the mall shopping is coming back and people
Mhm.
quote unquote want mall shopping.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's on the rise, and online shopping is flatlining.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's a surprise.
I beg to differ.
Yeah. I wonder how the mall across the street from them is working out.
What do you mean across the street?
The one from right across from Crystal, there's another mall in there.
Oh, the outdoor mall. The one with.
Oh, you're talking about Waterford
Maximilian-
Commons,
Yeah, the one across
where
the
Best
street.
Buy is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maximilian.
yeah. You mean BAM? BAM. Yeah.
I wonder how that one is making out.
You know, it's funny because that place is always busy.
And you kind of
Yeah.
wonder how Best Buy is making out now because a lot of people buy electronics elsewhere.
Mhm.
You know.
Well, again, a lot of things are going online. If you look at the numbers year over year for the what do they call the electronic weekend after Black Friday,
Mhm.
you know, the numbers haven't flatlined. They've been growing every year. They hit new records every year.
Let's see. I'm just trying to want to reference a couple things in this article that I read. Simon's the largest mall operator in the United States. In Connecticut, it has one remaining shopping center, which is Clinton Crossing.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's outdoor. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Correct
it's a
me if I'm
lot of
wrong?
small stores. You have to walk outside. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Many have tried to kill off physical retail real estate and in particular enclosed malls, said David Simon of the Simon Corp, whatever. I need to remind you, when physical retail was closed in COVID, all the naysayers saying that physical retail was gone forever. However, brick and mortar is strong. Brick and mortar retailer is strong, and e-commerce is flatlining.
Brick and mortar might be strong, but when you talk about brick and mortar, you
You're not
can't-
talking enclosed malls,
right. There's a whole different animal there.
Buffalo Wild Wings is still there. Longhorn is still across the parking lot. Home Depot is on the other side. So,
Right. But
so-
Buffalo Wild Wings and Longhorn, those are the destination places now.
right.
Instead of Sears and Macy's, you know, you got to hope that a lot of people go get a steak at Longhorn.
Yeah. Well, you got the Italian place there too, on the corner.
Right.
Yeah, but that's really closer to Target.
Yeah,
Olive Garden.
that's
You're
close
talking
to-
about just things in the general vicinity.
Yeah, that's close to Target. You're right.
Bed Bath and Beyond is going.
I thought they were gone. I thought they went bankrupt. Even the one in Killenly's closed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crystal Mall is at 41% capacity.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to be losing.
Right.
Like I said, when I went there a couple weeks ago, I counted 56 stores or storefronts
Yep.
that weren't being utilized. If you figure $1,000 a month, which is way low, of course, but $1,000 a month for each space, you're looking at a loss of $56,000 a month.
Yeah.
How can you not be bleeding money?
No, you're right. Yeah.
What'll happen is they'll be bleeding money. They'll raise the lease prices, and more stores will leave.
So the Rialto Group, which is the company that now owns Crystal Mall, I guess they're gonna try to
Bring it back.
bring it back.
Isn't it the Providence Mall that put in apartments in the upstairs?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been
Yes. Yes. But I will tell you this, West Farms Mall, extremely busy.
there. Well,
Extremely busy.
it's in a different part of the state too, I mean, West Hartford is,
That's West Hartford.
but West Hartford's got money.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
surrounding communities, I mean, New Britain, you know,
Yeah.
East Hartford.
Oh, the location and the demographics a little different in West Hartford than it is in
Absolutely.
Waterford.
Well, West Hartford, you know, Waterford has some very, New London
Some.
have some very,
Not as much
well-to-do
as-
people.
Not like West
Right.
Hartford, though.
maybe not, but the mall's also larger.
Yeah.
you know, and they still have all of their anchors.
Yeah. Well, then if you go up 91, you got the Holyoke Mall, which is
Yeah.
3 levels.
Yeah.
That's a biggie. I don't
So,
know,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know how big. I don't know how that's doing, but that's 3 levels of
Mm-hmm.
mall inside. So, but
Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Shayna. Felino said I was just going to say that he was at West Farms 2 weeks ago shopping with his daughters. It was packed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there on various. I mean, in the middle of the week, on the end of the week, place is busy.
Mm-hmm.
And last Christmas, during like towards the end of COVID, you know, where people were still kind of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
packed.
yeah, how about Buckland?
Packed.
Buckland Farm. Buckland.
Sean said Buckland is very busy.
There you go. But again, it's the demographics. You got all that housing around the Buckland.
See,
Mhm.
I have a different opinion on that.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, it's
or
fine.
anything.
No, in today's world, you're not entitled to do that. You can't disagree with me.
Yeah.
You know what they say about opinions.
I think a lot of it was poor mall management.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because the rent there was extremely high. Back in the day when you could get that, when it was, you know, the place to go, you know, actually, you know, after Norwichtown Mall kind
Right.
of shut down.
Yeah.
Because Norwichtown Mall didn't have an anchor. You know, they lost Bob's, they lost Grant's, they lost Caldor, you
Grant
know.
City.
Yeah. You know, so they didn't have anything, you know. I mean, they didn't have all the fun stuff anymore, nothing. Then Crystal Mall pretty much was the dagger for that.
Mm-hmm.
But then and Crystal Mall had some good stores,
That's a pretty good story.
right? And they
Right.
had all these anchors, and it was exciting. It was new. Sound like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. doesn't it?
Well-
Exciting and new.
That's Love
Love
Boat.
Boat. That's right.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
if you think about it, we used to always go down to Crystal Mall to get stuff. But
Yes.
since they put the Lisbon Mall in, a lot of people started to go to Lisbon Mall.
I was never a Crystal Mall
I don't think so.
destination type of guy. The only place that was a destination for me down there was Toys R Us.
By the way, it's coming back.
Well, sort of.
no.
Kids R Us or Babies R Us or
Yeah.
Mhm.
But a lot of the stores,
Yeah.
because of the high rent,
Yeah.
and they were no longer being profitable,
mm-hmm.
they left because Crystal Mall got to the point. I remember when I worked for Verizon, you know, they were renegotiating their lease,
Yeah.
and they did at that point. But all I could hear was how much it went up, and
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
you know, Radio Shack, same thing. It's like, oh my God, it was too expensive to be there.
Yeah.
So how much do you think Sears? You know, what kind of percentage did they have to pay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or any? So they're like, no, screw you, we're out.
Yeah.
And that's when it happened. So when you started losing the anchors, that's when everything else started falling by the wayside.
Right.
You know. So Crystal Mall just happened to have the anchors that were closing.
Yeah. Well, Sears and Macy's were really under the wire for not having any money. They were going broke.
Right.
So they're a little different.
But when you don't have those, right? Christmas tree shop is not going to be enough to pack them
I
all.
thought it was leaving. I could
No,
be
I'm
wrong.
talking about up to
Oh,
now. You know what I mean?
Christmas Tree Shop is not a destination store, not for 99%
no, it's a
of the
certain
people that
clientele.
go to the mall.
Yeah, it's a certain clientele that go there. I mean, I think isn't there a phone stall there, a couple phone
I would
stalls?
suggest that the jewelry stores in the mall are probably a higher destination count
Yeah.
The
than Christmas
jewelry
tree shop.
stores, there was a ton.
There's like
Mhm.
2 or 3 of them in there.
More like 12 to 15.
Really?
Yeah.
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 And the same thing, shoe stores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
There
that
were-
big shoe store's still there, right?
Payless was the one that was
That-
there.
well, that's one of them, but they're gone.
Right.
I know
Now-
I know which one you're talking about. It was right next to
Yeah.
us, really.
Yeah, real
Bottom
big one.
floor,
Yes.
Yeah, real big one.
2
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if they're still there.
I
Now.
don't know.
You know who else survived?
No.
The new U Spa. The food court, Sean, didn't really survive there at Crystal Mall.
No, it's dying also.
There have been a lot of things that have come and gone out of there. Dunkin' Donuts couldn't make it there.
Mm-hmm.
They left.
Yeah.
So, but Orange Panda Express.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every time you walk in, would you like to try orange chicken?
No, I don't. No, go away.
Victoria. Oh yeah, he was on there quite a bit last night. Now that you mentioned it, Victoria's husband was on TikTok with me last night, I guess.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. I didn't, kind of mix it, or until she just said who he was. Oh crap.
TikTok's leaving, going back to China anyways.
They are not. They are not. Jennifer, who I would love to have on this show, Gauthier, who has a lot of great information and has great insight. Here we go. And this is what we're talking about. Not all malls are failing. Of course, the ones that are thriving tend to share certain characteristics. Chief among them, luxury. Complexes filled with runway brands such as Gucci, Louis Vuitton. They have healthy revenues, as a greater percentage of America's wealth is concentrated in a smaller share of its population. These elite malls partly avoid competition with Amazon by catering to those who don't need to scour for deals.
Right.
If you're shopping at Louis Vuitton, it's because you can.
Right.
Exactly. That's why some of the stores in the casinos are still there, because the clientele coming in there. I mean, they got
Yeah.
Chico's in there and, all those places like that. Hey, where the money is, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like you and I could just go in and buy what we want, but,
You could
well,
use
maybe
your,
you can go in and buy
you could
what
use your
want.
gambling points.
Yeah, sure. My gambling
Yeah.
points. What am I going to get with 20 points?
Half a bowl of soup.
Yeah.
Polino says Toys R Us screwed themselves by rejecting Jeff Bezos to be the official toy retailer of Amazon. 5 years later, bling.
Yeah.
Well, I think all retail is cyclic. So I think Toys R Us was destined to fail. I think Walmart is destined to fail because they all take the same course.
You remember the new London Mall? Because I'm going to get to
But that's still there.
well,
The indoor one?
The one
Yes and no.
There's two of them. There's one on one side of 95 and one on the other side.
Well, that's always been there, right? The actual new, there was the New London Mall, and then there's the New London Shopping Center.
Right. Shopping center was where Pizza Hut is, or was.
Yeah, right?
And Staples and
Yeah, Burlington.
Burlington Coat
That's
Factory.
the old. That's been there a long, long time.
Yeah, and then
right?
there was an indoor mall across the street where AC Moore is. And,
Yeah, I think it's still.
Yeah, but
there.
AC Moore wasn't there at the
Right.
time. It was basically Bradley's.
Right.
So it was an indoor,
Yes.
walk
Yes.
through mall. They literally split it into two strips,
Mhm.
is what they did.
Mhm.
And there's a shop right over there,
It's
Yep.
still there.
and they're have been doing very well ever since.
Mhm.
Crystal Mall just has no stores.
They don't have a destination store. They don't have a
Right.
reason for people to flock to that one area. Because what would happen
Yeah.
is people would go, "Oh, let's go to Sears. Hey, while we're here, let's go over to the food court."
Yeah.
And they would take advantage of all the parasite stores that are attached to the mall. It's the destination store you have to have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing with Jewett City. We don't have any destination stores.
Right.
That's one of the reasons that tourism isn't very big in this town.
In other words, there's nothing here in Jewett City that people can't get somewhere else.
There's no reason for people outside of this town to come here to shop.
Not the shop, but there are historical places that people could visit.
Historic tourists, yes.
Yeah, those folks, they usually come in, they see what they want to see, they
Right.
leave.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for showing up, but it doesn't really do a
No.
whole lot for the community. You need destination locations.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at where Walgreens is. I know we're getting off topic for a minute, but that where the video store was, that thing's been empty
20
20 years now.
20
I
years,
think,
yeah.
that long?
Yeah. Because it closed just after I moved into town.
Yeah, and I think they tried to get a hold of that people to do stuff with it, but no luck. They're not interested. I know they wanted to put an Italian restaurant in there one time, but
Yeah, and that eventually went to Danielson.
that happened here. So
Yeah, it was New York Pizza that was looking at it.
You know, after the video store left, the only other destination place in town was Airmoni's. Because people
that
would
was-
travel
that
from
was-
outside
you're
this
right.
town.
You're right. That was pretty much the destination place. You're absolutely right. But now that that's gone, then really, you're right. There's nothing.
Not,
People,
not a lot of people flocking to Walgreens and then going to Charlene Steiner afterwards.
Yeah.
You know,
I think we're kind of a breakfast capital,
We've got some good breakfast places.
You know?
Yes.
oh yeah.
and I think people and I know people, come from out of town
Mhm.
to come to a breakfast place here, whether it's Dean, Charlene's,
Yeah. No, you're right.
the other one in Lisbon, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That shall not be named.
No, you're right. I mean, because you got the campgrounds close by, and then you got people
Yeah.
commuting, coming down from Massachusetts, and stopping in town to go to breakfast rather than just go directly to the casino. So
I know that when my wife and I go on vacations, the first thing we ask the people at the hotel, where's a good place for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So today we are talking about malls and shopping, facilities. Where are you going to shop for Christmas? Are you gonna go online? Are you gonna go to, mom and pop shops? Are you gonna go to malls? I mean, are you just gonna go who's got the cheapest price?
I'm going to the place that has the biggest gift card carousel. Looks like you're getting a gift card to Blimpies.
Because I've never been the guy that buys price. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, there's a DVD player. There's a DVD player.
Oh yeah, no.
That one's $4 less. Never heard of the brand, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a chance on it.
Right. I'm gonna go 30 miles out of my way to get it.
so that means we're getting a DVD for Christmas.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cheap one too.
He's giving us 8-track players.
Now, my father, who turned 80 yesterday, by the way.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday
to you. I called and sang it. Every year I call him and sing him happy birthday. And yesterday was no
Mess with
different.
him. Call him in 6 months.
He'll be like, he'll just go, thank you, Mike, thank you. He'll be like,
They'll
okay.
hang up and go, is it my birthday today?
Oh no, he'll know. He'll just take it. He'll be like, yeah,
Where's my gift card?
sing to me. But my dad is definitely a price guy. Oh my God, is he a price guy? So I said to him one day, I said, Dad, so you got two stores. They're both selling the same thing. They're both selling widgets. One is selling them for $5. The other one is owned by your brother and selling them for $6. Where do you go? I go to buy them for $5.
How much money does my brother have at this point?
But you see what I mean? It's,
Mhm.
it's like,
No matter what,
I said
he
that's
will
it.
buy price.
yes,
No matter what.
no matter what. No soup for you. He'll be like, I got a better deal. Sorry.
So,
Serious.
so never try to sell widgets to your dad.
Huh?
Never try to sell widgets
No.
to your dad.
Not at all. Victoria, you're right. The New London Mall did get scary.
Yeah, it did.
It got pretty scary. It was kind of a place you didn't want to be. It was kind of dark and dank. And
You
even
could,
though you wanted to buy what Mrs. B buys,
you could go to
Yeah.
Bradley's
Yeah.
and then get your crack cocaine.
all in one stop shop. The New London Mall.
Such a
New
deal.
London Frontage Parkway. I think we talked about this already, but I just want to go ahead and mention it. Sarah says, don't forget that the old Norristown Mall that was covered, and they made an outdoor strip mall that is now also full of empty storefronts. Now, I was there the other day, and I didn't see any
No.
empty storefronts there.
No, it seemed to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
thought.
whenever the river doesn't overflow.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, because that is a swamp.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that it's had so much trouble.
Yeah.
Constantly going in and replacing all the floors.
I think they would have fixed it by now, or
Well, what they did this time was they knocked down the old mall that was there and they built on top of it. So it actually elevated the landings a little bit.
Weird. I bet, but still, I don't. I didn't see any. I don't remember anything that was empty there.
No, it seems to be
So,
full.
I'm gonna be there actually down there today, so I'm gonna look again. But
I've been by there.
maybe I'm just not I'm not seeing it.
I've been by there in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, the exercise place is there
Yep.
on the corner. That's been there for a long time.
My wife goes to the Stop and Shop there because they
The
have
Stop
better
and Shop.
produce.
Yeah. Stop and Shop. is
Stop
there.
and Shop's been there since the mall was there.
Yes.
It's been there a long
Yeah.
time.
Then BB's Dairy.
That was brought people in. BB's Dairy. See, BB's Dairy used to be
Breakfast.
BB's Dairy used to be out on the street when it first came in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not in the mall, but it was back out on the main drag.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, we used to go there for lunch after going to school at NFA.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, a
And
couple
BB
of-
Dairy's food was not great.
No,
No, but everybody went there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
You
was
always
for the atmosphere.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And speaking to which, Court says shopping is only part of the answer. To draw tourists, you need arts and entertainment, food, shopping, natural areas, and the big one, parking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
good luck with that. We have parking here.
Yeah. There isn't any. That's the problem.
Huh?
There isn't any parking.
I got a parking spot.
Yeah. I know, but
Yeah.
it's hard to get parking at the other
Yeah.
radio station.
Yeah. I know.
But here we are.
One time they talked about behind this building, behind
Anthony's
beh-
Ace.
behind the convenience store next to us, and behind the drugstore, behind this whole section. They talked about possibly.
Yeah, when I
Putting
was with
parking
ACD, they
in.
were talking about it.
Yeah. Right.
But they also had the grass spot behind Anthony's as part of that. It was just going to be one long
right.
parking
Looks
lot
like
going all the
parking
way
lot.
up to, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, the town was negotiating to use that.
Yeah. They,
But
yeah. One time
they couldn't strike a deal.
they couldn't
It was
strike
like
a
just a
deal.
few years ago.
I
Yeah,
got
that
two
was-
words
that
for
was
you.
the one for
Eminent
Anthony's.
domain.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, then you got the one across from in the Walgreens area there.
Mhm.
That whole spot with the market, it's empty.
Yeah.
I don't know. But who knows?
Victoria says I do my grocery shopping that way, meaning the cheaper prices.
Yeah.
I buy things where they are cheaper. It's a process. Well, okay, milk is milk.
Right,
You know, eggs are eggs.
right. You can go to Aldi,
Yeah.
get it the cheapest
Chicken
in the
is
area.
chicken.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Not
No?
so much.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. It's not. Matt, they're cheaper on chicken.
Yep.
They're like it's over $3. Oh no, actually, all the other day was $2.49. We were there.
Yeah.
They had a
And-
special going on there. Turkeys.
Yeah, it was still high.
Well, it was down to $1.07 a pound at the
Yeah,
register.
that's still high.
$1.68 at Walmart.
That's still
No.
high.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was $1.68 at
Yeah.
Walmart. It was $1.07 at
And these
Aldi.
are butterballs too, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. It's still high. Still more than twice
Yeah,
that I would
and they're
normally.
all pretty
Mhm.
good size ones.
You know why?
Nothing
Yeah.
Small.
You know why?
Because there's a turkey shortage.
No. Supply chain issue.
Oh, there we go.
That's the catchphrase for everything that's wrong with the economy now.
Maybe
Well,
this
it's a
is.
supply chain issue.
We'll just have lasagna.
Yeah.
A lot of people do have lasagna now for holiday dinners.
Well, you could, but you can't get the noodles because of supply chain issue.
It's still ask Chris anything. We haven't even said that. Don't have any questions for Chris yet this
I
morning.
may not know the answer, but I will be happy to make something up for
Let's see
you.
if I have a question.
Uh-huh. It's ask Chris
I
anything.
think Paul's got a question. Paul might have a question.
Okay, Paul. What is your question?
What? Oh, come on.
What?
Man,
What?
I know. I
That's his
lost it.
question. What?
I lost it. Back. Keep going.
I'd say
I'll
about
get
10
to
years
it.
ago, Paul, you lost it.
I'll get to it.
Poor
I'll get to it.
Paul.
What tree has the most bark?
Dogwood.
Exactly.
Wow.
I just cut mine down.
I never had a chance. That's
You're
good.
absolutely right.
Good
And
any?
I made that up too.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, that's a good hit. That was a very good one. Yeah.
Paul's looking for another one.
Well,
What else is
some of
there?
these I've already done. So
Paul has done every dog joke. I mean, every dad joke known to man. There are none left.
what's the noisiest food?
Rice Krispies. It snaps, it crackles, and it pops.
Is he right? Oh, whoa! He said no.
No,
What is the noisiest food?
onion rings.
What?
Onion rings.
Gotcha. I can close this now.
Weren't we talking about purgatory the other day? Here we are.
It's whenever Paul opens his cell phone.
Oh,
That's purgatory.
Victoria says Paul sounds like Biden. What?
What? Come on.
Oh, poor Joe.
Oh man,
That's why they got Obama
no.
stumping
You can-
instead of
You can
Biden.
call me anything you want, but not Joe. No.
But Brandon.
What
say?
you say?
Hey,
man.
let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
man. Hey, man.
Let's go.
Hey man. Hey man. You know,
Here's a dad joke
you
for
know
you, Paul.
something? I knew the guy that invented insulin. Yeah, I knew him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is this a joke? Or?
No, that's what he said. The guy
Oh.
died before he was even born.
I knew him.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Where are we going there?
Yeah.
You have a question?
Oh, I was going to ask Paul a dad joke.
Oh, all right.
Who's the only relative that can call you Joe?
It cost me what?
Call you Joe.
Joe? I don't know.
Joe Mama.
Oh man. Wow.
We have really, really taken a dive.
That's right. The whole show's gone to pot. Might as well go to breakfast.
So, speaking of shopping,
Shopping.
guess what?
What?
You could actually, there's some local stuff,
Oh.
like Christmas ornaments.
Local shopping?
Oh boy.
Like, there's one that's made local.
I saw that one. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's a Merry Christmas. Love, Clark. So,
Clark?
Clark
Griswold?
Clark W. Griswold. It's even signed, maybe.
Ooh.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's
yes.
what some people say.
Yeah.
Then why is it only played during Christmas?
I don't know. It's like, you know what? I don't think Home Alone is a Christmas movie. It's a movie, that happens during Christmas time.
That's right.
But they're going to France. I mean, they're not
When
talking
else-
about.
When else during the year do you see that? Christmas.
All right. Let's see. How about this one right here? Elf, I know him. There's another ornament. But here's a couple of local ones. I don't know if you've seen these. That right there is one of the Quinnebog River. That was I actually made that. It's dated 2022. And then here's another one. That's the waterfall over off of Ashland Street, Veterans Memorial Park. So those are the last. I made all of them, but
You made them personally? You got a little printer
I did.
down in your basement?
well, no, I did the graphics and everything. I took the pictures.
Ah,
I took the pictures and I figured, what do I do with this? And so let's put it on an ornament and see what happens.
Yeah.
They you know what? More people buy them than people in Jewett City, because people like the waterfall one.
mm-hmm.
It's small town America.
Yeah.
People
Norman
buy it for
Rockwell.
that. Yeah. Not one person in town is bought, but they're buying them for other places.
That just means you're expanding your market, Mike.
Huh?
You're expanding your market.
You know what? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I
you
should
go.
do, more Jewett City Griswold stuff. And people that don't live in Griswold and Jewett City are buying it.
Put it on Etsy.
That's where it is.
There you go.
There was one lady. She gets on. She goes, "I'll buy one if I'll even pay the shipping." I'm like, "Oh, that's my lucky day."
Sweet.
I said, "Great. Where can I buy it? Etsy. Okay, great." Nope.
Nope.
No. That's like, I'll support a bakery in Jewett City.
As long as it's on Etsy.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean.
Yep.
I'll support a bakery. I'm saying is like, you can say anything you want on social media.
Gonna have to wait a generation or at least 2
Yeah.
before a bakery can succeed here in town.
Hey, support local until there's no more local to support. So that goes into our conversation of shopping. Do you shop local? I mean, with the way here's a question for both you guys. Okay, so the way things are, everything's hup, let's go. do you come to Jewett City or Griswold to buy something from a local crafter that you think is really, really nice, or just whatever, just a store that's here? Do you do that, or do you say, no, I'm going to go up to Dayville because I could probably find something similar there, but maybe not that exact thing, but I also can get other things too. So what do you do?
My feelings are that first you have to have the right products for sale.
Yep.
If somebody's selling snow blowers and I'm looking for a gift for my 4-year-old, I'm not getting a snow blower. I don't care what the price is. I'm going to go someplace where I can get a gift that is appropriate for a 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the stores in town
like a hand drill
may or may not be appropriate for the gifts that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So if you want your sales to increase during the Christmas period, you have to have something that people are going to be interested in buying.
Okay, so other than food, restaurants, prepared food,
mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't live in Jewett City. What do you say? Do you say, I'm going to go shop blank? I'm going to go shop at, not Lisbon.
In Jewett City?
Okay, anything. I'm going to shop at blank.
Mm-hmm. You don't.
There you go. Paul, any?
Because they don't have the items that most people are looking to spend their money on.
Yep.
And that's the thing today. A lot of things that you want to buy, they don't have them in stock. And
Right.
I think that's the thing that kills a lot of places today, because I was looking for a particular battery.
Yeah.
Go to Home Depot, they don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got to do? You got to go online and find them together.
Radio Shack had everything.
Yeah, but it's not Radio Shack.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. You go in to buy something, even at Home Depot now, if you want something that they have, all right, you got to order it and have it come in online.
Right.
From Home Depot. They don't have it in stock anymore, because it costs them money to do that.
Well, nowadays, when I'm looking to buy something, first place I look is online.
Oh,
specifically like for my
Sure.
movie business.
Yeah.
I find a product that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I don't go, oh, does Best Buy carry it? Oh, does Walmart carry it? I go on and I go, oh, what's it selling for on Amazon?
Yeah. Because it's generally there the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Do I want to travel all the way down to Best Buy to find out that they don't carry it on in the store, that it's only online?
Correct. That's exactly what it is.
So now I'm not knocking or trying to offend any local businesses. My point is, are you top of mind when people need you?
Right.
Who is putting themselves out there saying, we're here, we are here, we are here? That's the biggest problem.
Do you have gifts that are catering to your demographic?
Do you have anything?
Mm-hmm. I just came across another store in town, which to me is always a death knell, that is only open by appointment only.
Okay.
Well, that means that you don't have the right product.
Okay.
If you're,
or they're too busy and they can't keep a retail store open because
Well, if they're too busy to keep a retail store open, then that retail store is not their primary concern.
right.
You know, too many stores in this town are by appointment only.
Yeah.
That is true.
But there really isn't anything in town to shop for.
That's what I'm saying is you
Nothing.
don't have the gifts
Nothing.
for Christmas that people are going to be wanting to come to your store for.
Right.
They do have gifts. So, I mean, you can go in and browse some of the local stores
Mhm.
and maybe find something appropriate for somebody that you're shopping for.
Well, what stores do we have that you want?
We are all sitting here trying to brainstorm, talk about Jewett City stores or Griswold stores
Yeah.
about where to go. We haven't come up with one.
No, there
Right.
not Exactly.
And Victoria just says, I could do all my shopping or half my shopping in Jewett City.
Where would you go, Victoria?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious because I'm literally, going up and down Main Street.
Maybe she
Mhm.
shops at the bank.
I don't know.
Banks.
You know?
but
Well,
there
I will tell you that you could always go to the gun stores.
Yeah, but that's certain clientele, not everybody.
Right.
So it's like, so if there are business owners that are listening now that we're not mentioning you, is it our fault or can we not remember you're there?
Yeah.
I'm literally going up and down.
Nothing.
They're not top of mind.
There's
Exactly.
nothing there.
Right. You need a marketing strategy, and I don't mean posting on your own Facebook
Yeah, there really
because
is.
you're talking to the people that already like you. You have to get out there and talk to people that don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't know of any place like
Squeaky wheel is the one that gets the grease.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't want to you don't want to go to the place where that's already enjoying your business or buying stuff from you. You want to talk to people that don't know you there or not familiar with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to put up a post on Facebook,
Right.
and I don't know if there's some sort of feeling that, I did that today, I'm marketing. No, not, especially, when you probably reached 17 people with that post.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go places, then people say, well, Grizzled now. Okay. Remember the biggest thing in Grizzled now a few years ago, I'll support a bakery. A bakery came, bakery is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Aramoni's and Giuliano's.
Mm.
So did we support a bakery? There were hundreds of people, that would say, I'll support a bakery. I'm in.
There was the second half of that statement that never got said. I'll
No.
support a bakery as long as it's Aramoni's. That's what they were actually saying.
Well, I think the bakery came in, and I think they were so used to having the type of bakery that Aramoni's was,
Right.
that when this bakery come in, it was a completely different. They actually didn't even bake goods there half the time. They brought them in.
Mhm.
Uh,
But most people didn't know that.
and prices were a little higher than what would
Their
they.
prices were nominal compared to other bakeries.
But-
Aramoni's just never rose their prices.
Correct. And I think that's what people were used to. And that's what happens.
Kathy says Slater Mill has some stores
Nobody ever thinks about going to Slater Hill.
because they don't market themselves.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about the Slater Mill Mall, right? Because we almost moved over there. I thought, okay, here's the spot. First of all, I felt it wasn't a good fit. But anyway, I talked to the guy who runs the flea market. And I'm like, what about doing stuff, as an association or whatever, with the all your stores here.
Yeah.
He goes, well, my anchor is the flea market. And he's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's right.
And Slater Mill Mall is open on?
Sundays.
Right. That's what everybody believes.
Yeah.
The other stores that are in the mall
Yeah.
are open.
Oh, see, I totally
And
by appointment only.
well, and there's the problem, is even the people that live in this town don't know that those stores are open during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they know is, well, the flea market's up on Sunday, so those stores are open on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of free spot, or not free, but open. I mean,
A lot of open space that's been there
Yeah.
again for 20 plus years.
I think where Frenchie's was. If
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at the place to the right, the place that we all looked at.
Yeah.
That would have been a great place for a brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Fantastic.
absolutely.
I think appearance has a lot to do with it. I really do.
Well, the other thing, in my opinion, that makes the Slater Mill Mall difficult is the people that you are leasing from aren't necessarily interested in renting that space. They don't want to put any effort into that space
Hmm.
to upgrade it.
Yep.
You know, there was a number of spaces that we looked at that the windows were busted out.
Yeah.
They didn't want to replace the windows. You know, there was a lot of spaces that didn't have bathrooms in them.
Most of them don't have plumbing at all.
They didn't
Yeah.
want to do the extra expense to put in a bathroom.
Which is why it's appointment only.
I'm talking about the stores.
Yeah.
But even now, I can't think of. You know who's open all day down there?
The gym.
The gym and the resident state trooper.
Yeah.
But who else? And I know I'm missing people.
Mhm.
You know, and it's not being disrespectful. I can't think of anybody that is there.
Right.
You got the secondhand store in there, right?
Gone.
That's gone.
Yes.
Oh,
What about the karate place?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something on the left-hand side. I don't know if it's.
well, where you were going to go, there was a gym on the left-hand side.
Yeah, but it was more like
Well, that's where Rich was
yoga
going.
and aerial fitness and
That's where
stuff.
Rich was going. He was going to that gym.
Oh, that's downstairs.
I know there's a
Yeah.
card and comic store in there. I don't know when
Yeah.
they're open. I know that they're open on Friday afternoons or Friday evenings because
And why do you know that?
because my kids go play Magic.
There you go.
That's the only way I know they're open Friday evenings.
That's the whole thing I'm trying to. You know, it's like is it the consumer's fault, or is it the business's fault?
It's business's fault. They're not marketing.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses in this town started as hobbies.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. They started as hobbies. Oh, I really enjoy doing fill in the blanks.
Right.
And I think I'm going to open up a store. Well, just because you know how to do something doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful in business. You have to know business. You have to know marketing. You have to know profit sharing. You have to know all the different little key parts and pieces to it
Well,
to be successful.
I mean that's one thing I think, but you know, as far as a small business in town, I think you just have to understand a P&L.
Yeah.
You know, simple profit and loss.
That's what I mean.
You know,
But they
so-
don't. All they know is, hey, I had a fun time with my hobby. I sold a couple of them because my relatives bought some off me. So I'm going to be successful. We've got another store coming in very shortly that, again, I believe started as a hobby. And it's horrible location, horrible product for that location.
in the mall.
Nope. Down on Mathewson.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the
Or do I know? And I just can't remember it.
one of Tom Blumet's places where Razors was.
Yeah, I think you told me actually what was
Yeah.
going in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't see it being successful because they didn't look at the demographics.
Nobody goes back there. Think about it. Who goes back there?
Right.
Unless you got to make a circle and go around.
You know who's going to go there? Their friends and their relatives.
Yeah.
And they're
Well,
not going to
the-
make enough to cover their overhead. So
but-
it'll last 6 months and they'll be gone.
The lumberyard did real well when they were there.
you know,
They
Trips.
were- Trips.
Yeah.
Trips was there for a long, long time. They did really well. And
Was
I think
that was before Home Depot and Lowe's came into
Yeah.
the area?
is that other lumber place is still there, right? The secondhand one. of
Builder
that-
surplus.
That's yeah.
They don't really do a lot of lumber. They do doors and windows and seconds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but you're right. I think the mall over where the flea market is comes down to location and appearance, because I think what a lot of people look at that place as a flea market.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
And you walk in, it's kind of run down, and you say, "Oh, what the hell kind of store?"
Well, they do nothing to market themselves as
And
And
you
other
you
look
than
at
that.
it, and you
That's
say,
it right there.
"What the hell's in here to look at?
Well-
Look at the place. Look at it." You know?
Okay, but make it interesting. So and tell people, so they want to go there. Let the customers make a decision, for themselves.
Mhm.
When they walk into a place, it's for me or it's not for me.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell anybody about it,
Well, back
You
when
know?
Frenchie's was there, that was at least a partial destination place.
Yeah.
Where people would go, they'd have their meal, and then they'd go, while we're here, let's walk
Sure.
up and down and see what's in here.
Yeah, it was on the other side, away from the the flea market.
Right.
It
So
was-
it created
Right.
some separation.
It was a big.
It got
separation.
people into
Right.
that main hallway.
Yeah.
do people in Jewett City have money to spend for Christmas?
I
Do
would
people
think
in
some-
Griswold,
I would think so.
or do people in surrounding communities?
Yeah.
You
Well, they
know,
lost it all in crypto.
I don't have any coffee. No, I think there are people in town that have money. Maybe not
Yeah.
a lot of money, but enough to, go to
but
business.
enough to. I'm not talking about make a business or start a business. I'm talking about
they're-
to go to a
no,
business,
absolutely.
right?
If there was
Mhm.
something that I think they wanted to go to,
Yeah.
I think they would go.
But you can't not tell people about what you're doing and expect people to show up.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the problem. Is a lot of small businesses in this town put their stuff in their store, open the door, and go, "Okay, I opened the door. People are going to flock in." No, they don't. They really, really don't.
I've talked to, I talked to a lot of businesses, but I talked to a bunch at the Slater Mill Mall. And I didn't even talk. I was just talking marketing,
All right,
advertising, and not even really me, just in general.
get the word out that you're here.
Right, but what are they doing? They're not. Nobody's doing anything.
Right.
And I've asked the question to say, so how do you get people in here? Word of mouth.
Yeah. How many mouths you talking to?
Yeah. Nobody has a marketing plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then when nobody shows up and the rent has to be paid and the lights have to be paid and the phone has to be paid, that's the thing that bothers me about Jewett City
Mm-hmm.
is that there are a lot of great people that start businesses.
Yeah.
They're wonderful people and they want to succeed, but they don't market themselves.
They know nothing about a P&L.
Yeah, they will, they gotta put themselves out there,
Mm-hmm.
to people that don't know them.
Yep.
So, and and people get mad. They'll get mad if they hear you say that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not meant to tick anybody off. All right, Polino's got a question for you.
Oh, go. I'm ready.
Here we go. This is it. Just so we keep up with Fridays, here is my Ask Chris Anything question. Christmas music on November 1st. Okay, or better, yet Christmas movies being played in early October on the Hallmark Channel. So is it okay for Christmas music November 1st? Or that, and is it okay for the Hallmark Channel to start playing Christmas movies in October?
I think personally, Christmas music should be relegated to Black Friday and forward. Too many of these TV channels
Yeah.
show seasonal stuff, and it just ruins it for me. It's like horror movies during October. You can't go to a channel without watching a horror movie. If you're gonna do that, make it a pay-per-view.
It's a Walton Family Christmas.
Yeah,
Live on Hallmark. This October 31st.
yeah, it should be
Actually-
strictly pay-per-view. Let the people that really obsess over Christmas, let them pay to watch these shows. Just don't put it out there. Don't put Christmas in July. There is no such thing as Christmas in July. Christmas is in December.
Well, actually, they are playing Christmas music. XN started playing.
Oh, I know, I
Mhm.
know.
Christmas music starting November 1st.
I
think
was
it's like
asked,
yeah.
should
10, 12.
it be allowed November 1st? No,
Okay.
no.
It's playing. So apparently they don't care what you say.
I think it should be Black Friday, and I think Black Friday should be on Black Friday.
I don't.
Don't put Black Friday on Thanksgiving and make your
I don't
family
think it
go to
should be-
work.
I don't think it should be Black Friday. I think it just should be Friday.
Okay.
I want to be woke.
I hope that answered your question.
All right. I don't know. I don't like the fact that Christmas movies start early. I'm not ready
They are
for it
playing
yet.
now.
No.
They are on.
Huh?
They are playing.
Well, it's propagated by the big retailers.
That's playing.
And
Hallmark
God forbid, if I hear that stupid Mariah Carey song before Thanksgiving, I'm gonna burst.
I'm sure you'll hear it.
And Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. That is, I hate that song the most.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah Carey, I just find annoying.
Yeah.
She's hot, but she's annoying.
Yeah.
Annoying. Hallmark is 4 months minimum of Christmas movies, October, November, December, plus Christmas
They're
and
on.
July.
Ask me when the last time I was that I watched anything on Hallmark.
They're on, but I'm not.
Hey, Peggy.
It's like Shark Week. I hate Shark Week. And March Madness. You can't go to a TV channel without watching basketball.
But you know what? At least that's a thing, and you know it's coming.
Right, but you can let people watch other things too.
Are we complaining more about where March Madness is, or how many shopping channels there are? Which we've been talking about to begin with. Shopping.
Yeah.
So what's worse?
March Madness. He almost spit it.
I almost had it. Peggy says, ask Chris,
Hi, Peggy.
is anything okay? That's the question. Is anything okay?
Sure. And I say that, Peggy, with a loving heart, because people have different definitions for the word anything.
Oh, okay.
So
what is your definition of anything, Chris?
anything. So when you say anything, Peggy, I think your anything and my anything might not coincide. So I would say, is anything okay? Sure. To the person that says anything is okay.
So it's relative.
It's relative.
All
yes.
right. All right.
It's a matter of perspective.
Okay. Not bad, Chris. Okay.
Thanks. I'm very profound today.
Dave says, I saw Chris's doppelganger at Paracon this past weekend. Not to be confused with Paragon, where we are.
Is he telling me that there are two amazingly good-looking people out there?
I'm thinking so.
If you saw my doppelganger, that means there's two of us.
He is hot. The kid
Revel
is
in our
hot
beauty.
tonight. Revel. Anything extra you have on, Paul, on shopping in small town Jewett City?
There's nothing here.
Okay.
There's nothing here.
Okay.
You got food.
Is there no?
You got food and booze and guns.
What a combo.
Yeah, those
Well,
go well.
What do you got? Food. Oh, and a barbershop.
Oh, we got a few of them.
Yeah, like barbershop.
There's like 4.
Yeah.
And they're all in the borough.
So you go
1,
eat,
2, 3,
go
4,
eat.
yeah.
get your hair cut, go buy a gun.
Well, you
Get
left
some
out
booze.
getting drunk first at the booze.
Either one.
Yeah.
Get drunk first,
That's
then
what we-
go buy a gun.
That's what we have.
Or are there things that we just don't know about?
Like what?
Because that's what I'm asking. Do we not know about them? All right. So we had probably about a 10-minute conversation about coming to Jewett City to actually shop, to find something.
Right.
We weren't coming up with anything. We're coming up with goose eggs, right?
Mhm.
And Kathy commented and said, "What about the Slater Mill Mall?" None of us. Because you know why? Because we weren't thinking about it.
Right.
They don't market themselves. Why would we think about it?
They're not top
Yeah, I
top
would-
of mind with people that live here.
I don't put that on my
Right.
list.
You might not.
I
Paul.
don't. Because
I'm
I
gonna-
tell you, it comes down to appearance.
If I'm
Yeah.
going to go shopping anywhere in
Yeah.
Jewett City,
That's
if
General
all the
consensus.
doors are open, it would be Walgreens.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's if I had to go shopping anywhere in Jewett City, it would probably be Walgreens.
Okay. I think, yeah, I mean, that's,
And they're a big box retailer, so they really don't count.
Hmm.
For mom and pops, I can't think of one.
Well, you got the drugstore. That's a mom and pop. Jewett City Drug is mom and pop.
right. Yeah, it's locally owned.
It's a locally owned.
But we didn't think of that.
No, we didn't.
And
think of
we
that.
are 10 feet from it.
Yeah, you're right.
I can honestly
That's
say I've
mom
been
and
in
pop.
there 3 times in the 20 years I've been here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Perception is reality.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
If we perceive there's nothing here, then there's nothing here.
All right.
If we perceive there is something here, then there is. But we got to be reminded of it. And that's what businesses need. They need ad campaigns, they need marketing campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have it and then they blame the community for not supporting them, it's because nobody knew they were there to support to begin with.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. You got to squeak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've walked into businesses, and just, ask the basic question, because you want to get a pulse of, like what's happening in, the economy in Jewett City, talking to small town, business owners and stuff. Then you walk in and there's a couple say, "Oh, I'm just more busy than I know what to do with."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said, "So you're selling a lot of stuff?" "No." "Wait a minute." He goes, "I fix a lot of stuff." So there's one business that I know of in town that does a lot of repairs on certain items.
Right.
They don't do a lot of retail. I would think the retail, and if he fixes stuff,
Well,
the retail would feed the service department and back around.
We've left one vital element out of this whole conversation so far, too. I don't think there's anyone in our local government that is promoting this town either. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. It's up to the retailer or the small mom and pop shop to announce that they're here. But I think without political support, without somebody saying, "Hey, you should come to Jewett City and check it out."
As far as support is concerned, I don't know what the town is doing, but I do know what the borough is doing. The borough has couple of programs that they do. The borough of Jewett City, like right now, they're offering ARPA funds. You had to fill out an application, you had to submit it, and go through it. But they've made that money available to help Brooke. Hey, Brooke, good to see you. Broken. Locals, locations.
Right.
And the town's not.
Right.
They got COVID money. They got ARPA funds, Fed money. They're not. And here's another little known thing about the borough of Jewett City. And I didn't know this until I heard about it. I knew this about 10 years ago or 8 years ago. If you're a business in the borough, you can actually fill out an application for a small business loan from the borough.
Yeah.
And pay it back with a low interest rate.
Right.
So, I mean, the borough does do things, to help, the economy.
Right.
I'm not sure what the town does.
Well, a few years ago, part of what we wanted to do with EDC is to create a fund for the town of Griswold, similar to what they did with the borough.
Yep.
And the thought was some of the properties they were going to sell, and then they wanted to get rid of the property.
Yeah.
Take that money and put it into the fund.
Yeah.
And then that would be the
repurpose it.
That would be the fund.
I remember this conversation.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it never came to fruition. It just died.
That's funny because we talk about certain things this morning, but really everything kind of fits together. Peggy says you might need a sheep parade. Okay, so
this needs explanation.
Yeah.
All
Sheep
right.
or sheet?
Sheep.
Oh.
So in Cedar City, Utah, they have the annual sheep parade. And It starts off with I saw a video of it and stuff. I was watching it live, but there's one part I didn't see live, but it was at the beginning of it. Longhorn, and they were just walking through town, very majestic, coming through. Then there were a lot of tractors. It was definitely agricultural. Old tractors. It was just really cool. And then hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sheep parading down Main Street.
If we were to do that here,
It was really cool. I watched it live. It was
when
great.
they walk past St. Mary's, would they then become holy sheep?
Yes,
Yes.
I'll give you that one.
Like the
But,
blessing of the
but
fleets.
then
In this case, it's the
if
blessing
we
of the
had
ships.
if we had that going on in town, there'd be marbles all over the place.
So what? Sometimes you got to do what you get. They have parades with horses, right? There's horse shit all over the place. But see, you got to do it.
Followed by 3 guys with
I don't
purpose
even-
numbers.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many people. Do we have any sheep farmers around here? I don't know.
Let's bring them from Utah. Put them on a bus, and
Yeah, I don't know. If there's any sheep.
that was your ride. Not bad. I think it would be, or have some sort of something. But what do we have? We have the bicentennial parade, the bicentennial events and stuff like that. That's done. Well, what? Now there's nothing.
Gotta wait for 100 years. Tricentennial.
The only other things we have are topias.
Well, the problem. The problem.
Youthtopia, Spooktopia.
Nobody would go along with it. Somebody would have some.
You
reason.
just do it. Just
Some-
bring the sheep through. What are they gonna do? They're gonna get the hell out of the way. Why? Because there's a bunch of sheep. They're not gonna go. You see the first selectman and the rest of the board. Stop. They're gonna look at each other and go, bah,
Back off.
back off. Oh God, you're right there.
You know what we could do?
Hold on. All right.
To be honest, you know what we could do that would be popular?
What?
We could have a vampire parade.
Okay.
How many times has that been talked about?
Lord knows I haven't suggested that.
I think it would be a fantastic idea. Close down Main Street, just like they have the Snowflake Parade. Close down Main Street, promote it, have a vampire parade.
Peggy.
200-300 vampires marching down Main Street.
See, here's the problem. The state highway. It's a state highway.
So what?
They close it for the.
They close it for the Little League parade.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure we can.
They'll close it for anything.
Okay. That must make
The
it.
prostitute parade.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a little pricey. Peggy says, dress kids up as sheep. Or we dress them up as vampires because we got to have that connection, right?
Sheep and vampires.
No. Yeah, you know what I mean.
You're watching the wrong movie, Mike.
Yeah, it needs to be wolves.
Victoria says we did a holiday light parade in Ledyard a few years ago with a bunch of corgis. That was fun. They had a lot of animals and tractors. That would be cool too.
Something.
Something. Exactly.
Well, just like Willimantic has the boombox parade,
Yes.
which has been going on for years.
Yeah.
I tell you what, to show as an example, out on 164 every year now, they have the Tulip Festival. And that place is packed.
Where's the Tulip Festival on 160?
It's on 164 just before you
It's a
get
farm.
to the 165 connection.
You got to, but my parents go there every year.
Oh.
You have to buy, it's $20 or 25. You buy your ticket online and you would know it if you would see it.
Yeah, okay.
It's, what's it called?
Something farm.
No. Something tulips.
I don't know.
It's a crazy name.
Tippy toe.
Well, anyway, you can pick 10.
Oh.
But you can spend as much time as you want out there in the
Mhm.
fields and everything.
Yeah. And it's
So-
packed.
It is packed, and each person is paying $20 to go in there.
That's for one spot on
Wicked
164.
tulips.
Yeah, one spot on 164 out in the burbs. And they're packing the place in.
Mhm.
They found a niche and it works. Yeah, I think Jewett City needs to find a niche.
Okay. Here's something right here. You tell me how this happens. There's a place where you can go way out of the way on Route 165 before you say anything. So I want to see if anybody else can figure it out. Way out on Route 165. There's a lot of land. See a lot of sunflowers. Sometimes you see a lot of cows. But there's nothing there except for them.
Yep.
For miles.
Mhm.
At least 3 miles this way and probably 5 miles the other way.
Yep.
Nothing.
That's true. Agreed.
7 miles from my doorstep.
See? How do we know this? All right. And let's top it off. Buttonwoods.
Yeah.
They are the most expensive ice cream that I've ever seen
Mhm.
or tasted or bought.
But
The place, I don't know where the people are coming from. But the place is packed. Sometimes it's got a huge parking lot.
mhm.
You can't even get a parking space in there.
People drive all the way down to 165 from Rhode Island to go there.
Yes.
Now they come from the casinos to go there.
Massachusetts come from all over.
Victoria just said it, Buttonwood.
Yeah.
And after you buy a 2-scoop cone, and when the young girl comes back and say, here's your 2-scoop cone, and by the way, Mr. Goodenough, your financing has been approved. You know that it's an expensive ice cream.
Very
That's right.
expensive. Yeah, that's the beauty problem. It's expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
But regardless of all of those factors that are so much against business, extremely high priced ice cream, way out of the way, nothing near them, nothing. They do a wonderful business. They're nice
Yeah.
people,
Mhm.
and they do a great business.
Yeah, I bought 3 milkshakes there one day, $30. $30 for 3 milkshakes.
Yeah. But people are glad to do it. And why? Because they like it.
I think it's the atmosphere too.
It's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And they are nice people. They're very giving to the community.
Sat
As well,
out in the country, smelling the farm.
Of course, and we don't know what it is the cost to make the ice cream there either.
I don't think they make the ice cream there. They don't make the ice cream there. It's
I think
shipped
they
in.
used
They
to.
used to, I think, but it's shipped in.
Oh, I don't know.
It's from another dairy. Yeah.
I don't know.
Victoria says $20 for 2-scoop cones.
That's why locals will go there maybe once or twice during the season.
Yeah, I go once a year.
Yeah.
But you don't go there every weekend because
Right.
can't afford it, especially taking a family
Okay.
of 4 kids.
Now, there was another ice cream restaurant or an ice cream place
Down the
Just-
road.
just in the outskirts of Jewett City.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wild Scoops, it was
Yep.
called.
Yep.
Busy road,
Mm-hmm.
right? Wide open. There was plenty of parking. Not busy.
Yeah.
Why? Because nobody knew they were freaking there.
No, you're right.
Because of the ceremonies factor.
Nobody knew they were there.
Nobody knew they were there.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be another ice cream place down by the intersection between 164 and 165 on the corner there. That was another ice cream place. But you
Mhm.
could sit out on the porch and rocking chairs and things like that. But apparently it was owned by a
See, but one of the problems with this town is that, let's say that Buttonwoods decided to close.
Mhm.
You know what they would say? I would support another ice cream store.
yeah, probably right.
And then we would bring in another ice cream store and they would bomb.
Well, there were a lot of different ice cream stores around when Jewett City was here. You had Wadowski's Dairy. Was that what it was over here on
Yeah.
that was
In Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Wasn't there
Mhm.
one right on the junction of 164 and 165
Yes,
where that
Uh,
stone
yeah.
silo was?
that's what I was telling. That's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
But apparently something happened. Somebody got sick and they closed the town. Yeah. But then there used to be the old Broadbrook Dairy, which was
Yeah.
out on 165.
Mhm.
People used to go there too.
You're talking about there was one right in the corner of 164 and 165.
That's the one I'm
Yeah.
That's what I was
about.
just saying.
Yeah, that just what
in the stone silo.
Well, they got that the person got sick. Yeah. They closed it. They couldn't.
I heard they got divorced.
Well, I'm not sure if that was the case, but I heard
I don't know either way. I'm talking about
but
rumors.
I heard it
something-
was space
yeah,
aliens.
They had to. They closed it, but that was a nice spot to go to as well.
Victoria says that was Gifford ice cream, which was Wild Scoops, and I'm like, she says it was busy, and I'm like, I'm thinking, Victoria, I don't really remember. I mean, I think it was spotty. You know, they would have people there, but it wasn't anything constant like Buttonwoods. Buttonwoods is constant. They,
Mhm.
you know, give them a little bit when they open, and next thing you know, people are there.
Yeah.
There's a line.
Exactly. And we're going to leave it at this. Court, you are absolutely correct, but they've been out for a long time. And I remember as a kid going to this place and I wanted to get ice cream, right? I could get machine packed or I could get hand packed pints.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I always liked, I don't know why, the machine packed over the hand packed.
Mm-hmm.
Norman's Dairy.
That's the one I was thinking about.
Norman's Dairy was, where are we?
Yeah, up there.
Up 201.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I was talking about.
And
Norman's
I would,
Dairy.
you could go in there, you know, even in the 80s, it was kind of like a, you know, old soda shop. You know, we go in there, right? And they took the silver like chalice or whatever, and then they had the like a snow cone type cup that fit right in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Couple of squirts of syrup, seltzer water. Here's your strawberry soda, kid.
Yep.
They had hamburgers, hot dogs, and stuff like that. But people would go there for their ice cream and their milk.
Yeah.
But their ice cream was delicious. I still don't think that I have tasted ice cream much like I've loved Norman's.
It's the butter fat.
Yeah.
You know what? They have it up at Waldowski's. You can go up there and buy ice cream. They still have it.
Oh, they do.
Yes, they do. And it's Norman's Dairy was just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Of course, then you got Hanks up the street who sells ice cream as well.
Peggy, you are absolutely right. And I'm assuming you're speaking to the fact that I like the machine pack instead of the hand pack because, well, there's no air bubbles. You just shove that shit in there.
You got
And it
You
was
get more
good.
ice cream to the.
He
Yeah,
wants
you get more ice cream.
more ice
yeah.
cream. That's the thing behind it. You know, we talked about buying something for $5 and buying something for $6.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I can remember it was $2.99 and then it went up to $3.99 and they apologized. We're sorry we had to do it.
You know
but
why?
Norman's Dairy had the milk contract
You know
at school
why?
too, so for years.
Supply chain issues.
Oh, shut up. All right, so we're gonna get out of here. But
Breakfast time.
yeah, big busy weekend though as far as sports is concerned. Tonight, y'all think I just go home and like, get on TikTok all night, which I do. But
Gonna have to move to China.
they're not going anywhere. I don't care what anybody says. Tonight we have Griswold versus Stonington from Stonington High School. Myself and Sean McFadden will be there carrying that game tonight. Tomorrow and Sunday is youth football playoffs. So Saturday at 6 p.m. we're going to be out in Colchester, and it's Colchester against it's a juniors game.
Sweet.
So there's micros, juniors, seniors. So 6 p.m. is the juniors game, and that's going to be a tight game. They played earlier once this year, and it was like within 2 points. It's the second week of the season. So,
Mhm.
so the reason why they're playing in Colchester is because Griswold went 7-3, and Colchester went 8-2, so they won home field advantage. And then on Sunday, the seniors, who are undefeated, are playing at 2 p.m. And there'll be myself and Seth Cunningham on Sunday. So
Cool. Go
So,
Wolverines.
lot of football. So with Griswold Youth Football and Griswold High School. So we hope you will join and support these kids. It's fun and it's we have a good time calling the games. So anyway,
Good.
All right, guys, let's go get breakfast.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone, and be safe this weekend. I have no catchphrase.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com.